Beneath the pines of far northern Minnesota, a narrow shaft drops straight down into the oldest iron mine in the state. The cage groans, the daylight above shrinks to a pale coin, and the walls turn to hard, dark rock streaked with iron. Down and down we go, half a mile into the earth, into a world of lamplight and stone that men once carved by hand. Welcome to the Soudan Underground Mine. We are at Soudan, a small settlement beside the town of Tower, on the Vermilion Range of northeastern Minnesota. This is deep north country, a land of dark forest, granite outcrops, and cold blue lakes near the Canadian border. Beneath the quiet trees runs one of the richest bodies of iron ore ever found, and it was here that Minnesota's iron mining first began. The Vermilion Range was the first of Minnesota's great iron ranges to be opened. While the softer ores of other ranges would later be scooped from vast open pits, the iron here lay in hard, tilted veins that plunged steeply into the ground. To follow it, miners had to go down rather than out, sinking shafts and tunnels ever deeper beneath the northern woods. This is the oldest and the deepest iron mine in all of Minnesota. Where other mines spread wide across the surface, Soudan drove straight down, chasing its ore level after level into the bedrock. Over the decades, the workings grew into a hidden city of stone, more than 50 miles of tunnels threading through the darkness far below the forest floor. Work began here in 1882, in the earliest days of iron on the range. For 80 years, the mine ran almost without pause, first from open cuts near the surface, and then deeper and deeper underground. When the last shift finally came up in 1962, the mine had given up some 15 million tons of ore, and 80 years of labor came quietly to an end. The iron of Soudan was hematite, and it was extraordinary. Dark, dense, and heavy in the hand, it was among the richest and purest iron ore ever mined in North America. But it was also hard as steel, locked tight in the surrounding rock. To win it, the ore had to be drilled and blasted free, then broken and hauled up from the depths, a slow and stubborn harvest of stone. Everything and everyone reached the depths the same way, by the cage. Lowered on a steel cable down a black vertical shaft, this iron elevator dropped through the dark at a speed that pressed on the stomach. The same rattling cage still carries visitors today, plunging down the shaft into the cool underground air, the walls rushing past in the beam of a single lamp. At the bottom, the cage opens onto the deepest level of all, roughly half a mile beneath the surface, about 2,300 feet down. This was the 27th level, the lowest the miners ever reached before the mine closed. The air here is still and cool the year round, unchanged by the seasons far above, a hush held in the heart of the rock. From the shaft, the tunnels run out into the dark, low corridors of raw red rock braced with timber and steel. Along their floors lie narrow rails, and on those rails ran the small ore cars that carried the broken hematite back to the shaft. Even now, visitors ride these little trains deep into the mountain of stone, rocking through the tunnels toward the working face. So rich was its ore and so careful its operation that Soudan earned a proud nickname, the Cadillac of Underground Mines. It was well built and well run, its shafts and tunnels shored with care, its ore among the finest anywhere. In an industry of hard and dangerous places, Soudan was spoken of as a mine apart, a standard by which others were measured. The ore drawn from this rock did not stay in the North Woods. Hauled to the surface and shipped by rail and by great ore boats across the Great Lakes, it fed the furnaces of the nation's steel mills. From that iron came the rails, the bridges, the buildings, and the machines of a growing country. The strength of Soudan and the ranges around it was forged into America itself. When the world went to war, the iron ranges of Minnesota answered. Through 2 world wars, the ore of the North was drawn out in staggering quantities, turned into the steel of ships and tanks and guns. A great share of the iron that armed the nation in its hardest hours came from this ground, and Soudan gave its part from deep beneath the pines. Long after the mining stopped, the deepest level found a strange new purpose. Because that far chamber is so stable and so shielded by half a mile of solid rock from the rays that rain down from space, scientists built an underground physics laboratory there. In the silence and the dark, sensitive instruments watched patiently for the faint passage of nature's most elusive particles. Back at the surface, above all those miles of tunnel, one landmark still stands among the trees. It is the headframe, the tall steel tower that rose over the shaft and held the great wheels that lowered the cage and the miners into the earth. Weathered and silent now, it marks the mouth of the mine, a quiet sentinel over the deep world below. When the mine closed, its story did not end. The ground and the workings passed into public hands and became a state park, and the old machinery was kept alive so that others could see it. Today, the headframe, the cage, the shaft, and the deep tunnels are preserved as they were, a whole underground world held in trust for anyone willing to descend. The oldest and deepest iron mine in Minnesota, half a mile of dark stone, the rich hard ore that built a nation, and a silent laboratory in the deep. Thank you for watching. Follow for more interesting people, places, and things we cover on the channel.